Oh, let me tell ya a ding a do, but this and that, and the other ding too, but. Oh, let me tell ya a ding a do about you. Oh, let me tell ya, baby blue. All right, here we are. Gravy grooveside recitals, where you get a little extra gravy on your groove. Maybe I will change that name. I kind of like that. But yeah, so here we are. We're in Durham, New Hampshire. I just did another video in the same graveyard only moments ago about the hearse house here. It says it in the front, hearse house from 1843. That's where the hearse resides. The official hearse from like the 1800s they've had here. In any case, there's a church, and here we are in the graveyard. And I want to show you a couple things. Look at this porcelain old, you know, photo box. This is made out of porcelain. This cut your fingers. It stays forever sharp wherever it breaks. But it's real fragile. You can see this is moving. And there was an image in here, but, you know, probably still in there somehow, but rusted over. But look at that. Who knows how old that is? I don't know. The nuts themselves look very old, but made out of some sort of, you know, stainless steel maybe or something. They ain't rusted. But that's old. Jacob Bemis or whatever. But the grave I wanted to recite to you is this here of Cyrus Jones, in memory of Cyrus Jones. Died June 18, 1846. He lived 55 years, 5 years longer than I. I hope I don't have to live that long. But that's just me. Maybe there could come a day where life throws me a bone again. Maybe I want to live that long or longer. But still, I don't really want to. I want to get on to bigger, better things. But for now, I'm here with you, my lovely friends. And so, you know, we're in this together, kid. So let me read this one to you. Right here, we got Cyrus. And his stone reads, "Sleep on, dear husband, and take thy rest. God called thee home. He thought it best." Now, I've read that kind before. It's always a good one, very humble. Sleep on, dear husband, and take thy rest. God called thee home. He thought it best. And, you know, I just love that one. You know, it never gets old. But I'm not reading very many others here, you know, that are legible. These are never legible. They just didn't age well. So you could see that they say stuff and can't even bother reading it. Yeah, I can see this one says something. Can't read it. You know, it's a shame. It's lost for all time. Now, maybe certain, you know, procedures you could read, like through stone rubbings and whatnot. Maybe you read it more clearly. This one seems to say something interesting, but it's got too much mold on it. Can't read through the mold. Here we go. This one says a little something. We'll wait for that truck to go by. It's awfully loud and obnoxious. And there's a mechanic shop over here. Gets a little loud with the drilling, but we'll see if it stays quiet enough. Here we go. Reading this one for the first time. Let's crouch down close, shall we? We got Reverend Daniel Libby. Ooh, the Libbys. Libbys were big here in Maine. Right, the Reverend of this very church we have right here. What a lovely church it is, too. Let me tell you. Anyway, so by the grace of God, I am what I am. Huh. That's heavy. I haven't read one like that before. By the grace of God, I am what I am. Well, that's written in the Bible, you know. I am the great I am, or whatever. Which is, I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's God stating who and what He is, or it is. It's I am. I am the great I am, and you know, if we're following under God, we're following in God's path. We are the great we are, or not the great we are, but we are. We are. I am. Anyway, am I speaking the truth? Who knows? Let's ask this guy. Is it true? Up, I guess it is. I guess it's true. You know, you gotta watch, kid. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them kids. Hey, what do we got here? William Marston of 1840. Very nice. And you got a little field back here. Uh-huh. Anybody got anything to say back here while we're still filming? Oh, the willow, weeping willow. I certainly do love me some weeping willows. You know, man, if my choice home would have a little creek running in the back with a weeping willow, you know, lazily, you know, blowing in the breeze above it. But this is a very good one. You know, back when I was godless, I actually stole. Oh, I can't tell you. But in any case, I was a bad man. But not anymore. Um, what do we got here? Bloomy youth, as you pass by. This is a classic. But bloomy, I never heard of such a term. Bloomy. Speaking of the younger generation, and the older people have always, and now that I'm one of them, 50, you know, I find myself speaking of the youth in, you know, derogatory terms, but as this seems to be, it's a bloomy youth, as you pass by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare for death and follow me. Well, see that you know that I didn't even notice how I didn't even have to read that one because that one's so classic. It's almost like a hit song among gravestone recitals. You know, it's like the number one hit. It's on more stones than anything else, I think. And I don't know if I've ever come across one for these videos, but and if I did, then that's a second. But in any case, there you go. You know, that is a classic. You won't find that saying in like the Midwest or the West Coast or down in Florida. No, that saying is pretty unique to New England in particular, and probably England where it maybe took off. But in any case, there you go, folks. Another groovy ride down the graveyard of life called Groovy GraveSide Recitals. Oh, yeah.